Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Magma Minds podcast. It's your boy, From the Villain. To my left, we got the one and only Toast. What's up, man?
Hey everyone, it's me, Lack. Grateful to be here. If you've seen us before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Regardless, thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well.
Hope everyone's doing well. There we go. I know, right? If you're new to the channel, for sure, we hope you stay. We hope you stay after this one. And not only that, but we hope you will tell your friends too. But what you shouldn't tell your friends is how the boy's looking right now. Because I'm not going to lie, man, audio listeners, today you have some grace. Trust me, because the man hasn't had a cut in
a minute.
Yeah. It feels like it's been such a while, man.
That's why I've been wearing hats every episode.
Oh, yeah. That's why boy's been hat game kind of strong.
That's
I was going to say.
Because Lionel, which is Fawn's cousin who does photographer and videographer, he also cuts hair too, right?
Yeah, the man cuts hair, and he does it for free most of the time.
That's why you haven't had it so long. The man's just been busy.
He's been busy, and I'm just like, oh, man. Even like since the last time Lionel helped me out with the cut, I got my own clippers and stuff, which I recommend most guys do, just so you know you can get, just so every once in a while you don't have to go to the barber all the time.
Right.
But bro, when I tell you, I haven't even been able to do that shit myself. It's been
so
rough.
Scary, bro. Like,
it's been rough.
Someone like me whose hair like grows kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like if I fuck up, that's at least 2 or 3 weeks of just hat wearing, bro. Straight hat wearing all the time.
Yeah.
And I know it's bad when like Shorty calls me and I have to throw on the hat. I feel like
you got to throw on the hat in front of the girlie?
Yeah, man.
That's how you know it's terrible. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Those FaceTimes, sometimes it's just like, yo, just call me regular.
Yeah,
call me regular for tonight. It's cool. Mm-hmm. The boy just looking kind of shabby right now, but it is what it is. I was gonna say, for your hair, like if you were to cut it, do you have to use scissors and all that stuff too, or would you not even touch the top, or you just fade the sides?
Yeah, no. Like recently, because summer's coming up, I've just been telling my barber like mid taper on the side, mid ball taper on the side, and then like the top just trim up a little bit. Because sometimes I like to have my hair like like swoop back a little bit, or like just straight down. So if it's too long, it's in my eyes.
Straight down. I don't think I've seen you. I don't think I've seen you.
Very rare. Someone told me recently about my story that I posted. Like I look like a Korean like one of those like old Korean drama people.
Actors.
One of the old actors. I was like, that sounds like a compliment.
Yeah, but that also sounds racist.
But it also makes you sound so soft. Like, if you've seen them, they're very like feminine. Like, they're not really? They're not like manly men.
Yeah, Baby says she watches a lot of Korean dramas, so
yeah.
But
I remember. Oh yeah, that was one of the first. I think like one of the first interactions I had with Lay was us like talking about just like Korean drama.
Really?
I think it was one of the old ones was like Boys Over Flowers.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Some of them look good. Some of them do look pretty good. Like I'll see her watching it, and she used to like tell me, she would give me the plot, and I'll just sit and watch like the next 2 episodes with her and leave. Yeah. She would tell me the plot, and I'm like,
It's always like almost too corny. It's like if it's just explained simply. But Korean dramas are good. It's like some of the like I've been into Korean movies. Yo, you remember
Korean movies? Yes.
You remember the
Ganjam Haunted Asylum?
Yo, I put everybody onto that because even
now, you did.
Like
you put me on, yeah.
Yeah, like after like American scary like horror movies don't scare me.
No, not after that.
No. I literally like have to. I literally watch it for fun, just like just to see like because like I think Insidious is probably like one that actually spooked me back then. But something about like Thai scary movies or like Korean scary movies, and just like the way they portray a lot of stuff. Yeah, it just brings out that fear in you.
Yeah, I haven't. What's so funny is I just recommended Shorty one. I just recommended her that movie because I think we're talking about, I can't remember, but I was like, yo, if you like scary movies, or if you feel like you've liked scary movies and you haven't watched that one, watch it. Yeah. Because I kid you not, the day you showed us that and we were in the theater, my guy, that movie, if you guys haven't watched it, you have to check it out. We'll spell it out in the description below, but
or we'll just put like the cover right here,
or the cover right there. Say less. And yeah, no, I don't want to. You want to give like a little preview to what it's supposed to be? Because it's a documentary, and so obviously without spoilers, but yeah.
Right. So it's like a paranormal activity type of movie. It's like a POV documentary style type of like movie, and basically it's this group of students. Basically students, or maybe they're just doing it for fun, but they're going there. They want to investigate this asylum that's haunted. Right. So they all got together, got their gear, wearing GoPros and everything. And the goal for them was to generate views for money, like a live stream.
Right. It was a live stream. Yeah.
But long story short, so much shit like went down to where they're just getting torn apart, man.
Yeah.
So y'all just gotta see or watch the trailer. I mean, honestly, the trailer I don't feel like the trailer does the movie justice.
Yeah, I think I have seen. Yeah, the trailers. I don't know who made that trailer, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I have not talked to a girl recently that likes scary movies, and like that's like one of my favorite genres.
And that's one of your.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't know. I guess just for me in general, I haven't even been watching any like more recent scary movies. Like it's been a while. I think the last time we used to watch scary movies when the whole family was together, and I think that's also what made it a fun thing.
Right.
Like someone to watch it with, kind of alluding to what you were saying. But just personally, I also haven't even been going to like the theater just to watch movies in general, not much less a scary movie, because that one is like, yo, and you know how like the twins are and like the whole like we want to make sure it's a good quality scary film before we go watch, and we're not gonna just pop into any like once it's like portrayed as a scary film and it says PG-13, I'm like, bro, you're trying to scare 13-year-olds. Yeah, nah, stop.
Damn,
like
man.
If it's not a rated R scary movie where it's like, everything is free game.
Yeah.
Yo.
I think that's why Korean and Thai movies are so scary to me, because like they don't have any limitations on what they can
and can't
do. Yeah. Just literally, I mean, the last scary movie I saw in theater it's called The First Omen.
First Omen. Oh, that sounds familiar.
It's in theater right now. So, but even then, I feel like I was just sitting there and the whole movie was playing. I was just like, "This is it."
Man was bored.
I was like, "This is it." And like, keep in mind, I'm watching this shit in the Dolby theater, where like sound, visual, and everything is on 10
pitch,
and it was still just meh.
Dang.
And it has good ratings. Like that's why I was kind of disappointed. But regardless, it was a good movie. But scary. I wouldn't say scary. It's like a little ominous.
But for you, that's also a free game because of your little movie deal that you got.
Man's
little movie partnership with AMC.
Oh, give me a partnership for real. Shout out to AMC Stubs. I mean, I think that's such a good AMC Stubs. So you guys don't know AMC. They have this thing called AMC A List, which is like $25 a month, and you get 3 movies a week. Which is
a week
nowadays. Like I feel like with alone time, it's hard for me to just like let's pick up something like I guess I can always go grab my book, go to a cafe and read, but it gets repetitive too. I don't want to be at a cafe reading all the time. Where so trying to find things to do alone, which is something I'm trying to get better at too. Like just doing things alone. I feel like when I'm in the theater, phone has to be off. Like I have to focus on something, and they're not gonna give me a sponsorship because I literally bring my own cup in. I bring my own snacks in.
My man is running the show over there.
Yo, yeah, man. But
AMC Stubs.
Bro, movie snacks are so fucking ridiculously like expensive.
Oh, I mean, when did that start and why did that start?
I think maybe it's always been a thing. Because I remember it being a thing back then, like where like popcorn and a drink will cost you more than a movie. Yeah, because a movie ticket is what, like $9, $10 back then. Yeah. Now, I mean, it's still the same price, but I know that's how like the movie theaters like mostly
make their money. Yeah.
Still though,
but like, still like of course I'm gonna bring my own
snack,
stuff.
Popcorn, and a drink is $25. Yo, go fuck yourself. I'm not paying that shit.
I'm gonna tell my girl to bring the large handbag that she has and put all the snacks and everything in there.
The employees see me do it so often now, they don't even care. I literally bring my meal preps in. And I'm sitting there eating.
But no, not the meal. The meal preps is nuts,
bro. Like instead of like, if I know how to eat like a certain time so that like it fits my schedule, I'll book a movie and I'll just take my food right after the gym, straight there, sit there, eat, have my drink.
Munching on broccoli, chicken, rice.
Wherever is wherever I'm eating, I'm bringing it in the theater, man.
I mean, I guess that's not too. I feel like back in the day before they had the theaters where it's like they were full service, as in, you know, they bring you food like pizza and burgers and all that stuff. I feel like that now that is more common in theaters. It's not, sure, you could have your meal prep instead of the freaking wings that they're serving at the theater, but
yeah.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go watch a film. I mean, maybe one of these days, man's could they got a sponsorship for two, or what is this? Is just a
we'll buy one ticket, open the back the door. At this point, bro.
Nah, that's cool. Nah. But going back to the Korean films and dramas, I think Korean movies or shows are actually usually they are really good because if you remember another good, once you said Korean movies, another good Korean movie that came out was Parasite. Bro, remember when Parasite came out? And it was just blown up on Netflix, rightfully so, because it's so crazy how they took the term parasite and like implicated it in the movie is not something that you would normally think of from a Western perspective. And I was just like, yo,
it's a very, the interpretation of like how Koreans do things is just, it's just so good, so good. No, and like 100%. Even like something they do really well too are like zombie movies. You remember Train to Busan?
Oh, Train to Busan? Loved it.
Maybe want to visit Busan, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know where the train's
going. Was crazy.
But man, yeah. But Parasite, that was when it came out. That was game changing for.
That was
I think that's what
rates.
Yeah, that's what that's how a lot of people started watching like Korean
dramas and films.
They won so many awards because of that too.
Yeah, they did actually. No, man, that was a good time. Actually, just going back to watching movie shows, I actually do enjoy, or I need to get back into watching like just more movies and shows in general. I think again outside of anime, because you know boys on top of the game with the anime, but I think just there's so many. Not to just shit on the Western side of filmmaking, but there's so many repetitive aspects in it to where when you do watch something that's not on this side of the planet, it just hits different, honestly. That being said, just get into some of the stuff that we're talking about today.
Hey.
The way told. Speaking of being your partner, go watch a movie. That's a question I got for you, bro. What kind of women do you like? If you were to say. Nicely packaged, you know, just the ideal one for you. Yeah. What kind of woman do you like?
Man, if I have to pick it, like build a bear workshop.
Build a bear.
Man, I'm gonna leave looks out of it just because I feel like it's I've met some amazing women who don't typically fit my like look stereotype. But we just click so well. So I'm just gonna go off qualities. I mean, we can go looks like typical looks.
We can,
I guess,
dabble in there. Yeah, but it is what it is.
Let's start with personality, right? Like, I think someone who is first and foremost. This is non-negotiable for me, just because I have like talked to and dated women that don't have this quality, and it just bugged me so much.
Wow. Yeah.
Politeness and kindness. It's not negotiable. Like they have to be kind, they have to be polite. I don't like the women who talk like they're so masculine, like they're so
trying entitled. To assert
like trying to assert dominance. I'm sorry if this is hot take, that's not your role. To assert dominance. I mean, I guess like
hot take indeed.
Yeah, I guess like in the like sure, you're confident if you're sure of yourself. Love that. But there's a line too. And that goes for both men and women. I feel like it's not there's a line for men it's women would call it cocky if we're overconfident or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, politeness and kindness.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Considerate of her environment, like how she move about in her environment, right? Like if she
tell me.
Like so an example is, I guess, vague, like off the top of my head, if we're walking through an aisle in like during in a fucking Walmart or Target or something, she sees like an older person or someone who is handicapped, whatever, you move out of the way, or make her like some type of excuse me, pardon me, and not just like be annoyed that like it was an inconvenience for her to just like go around.
Fair. Like fair. I see where you're getting at. Also kind of just meshes politeness and kindness as well, as far as like
So I guess I mean like I guess the different way to phrase it would be aware.
Be aware
of her environment, right?
Of her environment.
You have, for me, like if someone has those 2 or 3 qualities off rip, we'll get along, regardless if there is common, like how much common interests we have. Like we'll get along at the very least, and whatever is on top of that is just cherry on top, icing.
Fair. No, I like those. Politeness and kindness definitely, in just all human beings, goes a long way.
Right.
But just I want to hear what you got to say for the looks too.
Oh,
yeah, I want to, because as you mentioned before, you've gone for girls that aren't your typical go-to as far as looks. So what is that, and why? I mean, we probably know why, because of the politeness and kindness. How far are you willing to stretch that?
For looks?
For looks. How far are you willing to give up the looks for the politeness and kindness?
Now, not so much, but I'll tell you how back then, like how
back
far
in the day
was like just like
doggy dog,
ignoring the red flag just because like shorty was bad. I just saw this like girl on the street, curly hair, like bright eyes, like can be green or blue or like very light brown, like tan skin, like darker skin complexion. Just no like, and I think I have a very big thing for like styling, like how like a girl like dresses herself and presents herself.
Yeah.
So if she's just like, it's like a little bit not even well put together, but like if she even the fit is like just a relaxed fit, but it's like nice, but it's like nicely coordinated.
Yeah. Swaggy.
Yeah. Maybe like she's wearing like all beige and it has like a Lulu everywhere, like belt bag like across her chest, like I don't know, something like that. Just like something simple. Doesn't have to be too crazy.
Or what are the ratios? What are the ratios?
I don't know if you've seen that old like taco commercial, that Taco Shell commercial, where the little girl was like, "Why not both?" Okay. No, but I'm a butt guy. I am a butt guy.
Likes back.
Boobs are nice. I feel like if a girl has ass but not tits, like, it's fine.
Perfect.
But like girls that has like huge boobs and no ass, I feel like it's something looks off.
Really? Yeah.
Something looks off for me. It's like, but I don't know. That's just me.
No, I mean, it's not just you, brother. I feel like a lot of men them are definitely in that ratio, or at least somewhere in that mid, where it's like, if anything were to be lacking, we prefer it to be up here than to be in the back.
Right.
Yeah. If anything were lacking, like we would choose the latter.
Yeah, bro. I'm not trying to have my pelvic bone just bruised up.
Oh nah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Shit sound like screenshots.
He said that's crazy. Screenshots is nuts. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh man. So going off of, the inside, what we like as far as her character, politeness and kindness goes a long way. Like I said, with just every human being in general. For me, she has to be family oriented. Just because that's a major thing for me.
Yeah.
She definitely has to be able, or at least should present herself well. It's kind of weird to explain. I feel like just because when I'm also introducing her to friends, family, all that kinds of stuff, the way she presents herself, I don't want her to just, like, there are women that will put their best foot forward for you. And then once you like them, they don't care about what anyone else that's around you thinks, what anyone else that's around them thinks. Like, they, like, all of that goes out the window as long as they look their best for you. But I want someone who's consistent in the fashion that whenever it is, maybe, because in future, at least I envision my significant other being able to hang out with, like, my best friends, family, without me being there. So I need to know that she can present herself in those situations, like,
appropriately.
As well. Yeah, appropriately. Right.
Okay.
So that's a good little ad, appropriately, because I don't want her looking crazy as in the shortest skirts.
Pull up to Thanksgiving.
Ass out, titties out. With what we doing? Deepest V cut, whatever. So just because I've seen a lot of that, I feel like in the past, not necessarily in relationships that I've been in. Yeah. But I'm just like, it's not a good look. Nah, it's not a good look. Like I would like look at that and I'm just like, you come on.
Right. And it's like it's a weird conversation to have with your girl, because like, there's no way to present it to the girl and without her feeling like, oh, are you calling me a slut? What are you saying? Like I dress like a, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Because that, I feel like a lot of women, especially if they're into you, like they will jump to the worst part of what you're saying. Like they'll jump to the conclusion, just like conclude that like what you're telling them is just like you like maligning them.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and I think it goes. And again, that goes both ways, right? Like, obviously we're talking about women just because that's what we're attracted to, but like that should just be for your significant other, for guys as well. Like, they got to be able to present themselves. You don't want them meeting your family looking crazy, ragged, like a hoodlum. You know what I'm saying?
Like, pull up to Thanksgiving with basketball shorts or like just like a t-shirt.
Like come on, bro.
Not caring about how. Yeah.
Tidy up. So that's for me. Those are big things on the inside, and then for looks. I'm gonna get some heat. For this one. I think
I'm gonna adjusting my mic just so I can give you some. If you're not, because I know your type now.
Oh yeah.
So if you deviate,
if I deviate,
yeah.
Nah. So before I start deviating, which is what I think. Before I start deviating,
man's predicting his own.
Oh, I already predicted it, bro.
Yeah, man's playing chess.
Nah, yeah. For the last 3 women that I've dated, blonde hair. Well, no, 2 of the 3 were blonde hair, blue eyes. Because one was like brunette or dark brown, whatever, and brown eyes. Sure, but I know that's the stereotype that y'all already, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But my ideal, If we're talking ideal. If we're talking Build-A-Bear,
we're talking Build-A-Bear.
If we're talking Build-A-Bear, right? There's something about that curly hair, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because it's rare. Like, you know, when you have McDonald's every day and you just, as a kid, you're just like, all right, cool, this is nice. But then you grow up, you start going to Chick-fil-A and you're like, bro, or whatever, like nicer restaurant. You're just like, yo, where's this been? Like, I'm still yet to have found like someone that I would say is my ideal type. But yeah, something about that curly hair, light skin, slightly tanner than that, but curly hair, light skin, or slightly tanner, body of a goddess. You know, and again, that could be, so subjectively speaking, body of a goddess for me is I like me some skin.
Yeah.
I like me a little something on that. I don't
like Lizzo type.
You. That's too much skin. That's enough skin for me and the next man. Nah, that's excess, brother. No, dial that down a lot. No, I was gonna say a little bit.
Drag that bar down.
Dial that down a lot.
BMI,
but not all the way to the end. Yeah, not all the way to the end though. And I have nothing against the petite. Those are, if everything's appropriate, if everything is proportional, bless. But she could be just a little bit thicker, a little bit on the thicker end, back, boobs. Again, like I said, all guys, or at least most guys, would sacrifice, top for back. But yeah, so in that range, thicker. Because I want her soft.
You just want her built like Mewtwo.
Like Mewtwo. Ooh. Oh, what? That's a description right there. Ooh.
That Mewtwo build is
hella. Yeah. Definitely. Thighs like that, that's what gets me, bro. Once the thighs are there, that's what gets me. Mm-hmm. So that as far as build. And then what else as far as looks? Of course the styling. I agree with the styling 100%, which I think a lot of people leave out, is like, and why I think it also, presentation is just a big deal, is because I also enjoy, outside of the things I mentioned before, I also enjoy someone that can, rock the heels and rock the tent and rock some like kicks. Like
everything they can do both.
That can do both, bro. Yeah. Rock the heels, rock the kicks,
some
like
dunks,
casual,
like some Air Max on the regular, and then and then like on the occasion.
Pull out something crazy. Mm-hmm. Something I'm gonna get a lot of heat for too. Maybe is height.
You like a taller woman?
I wouldn't say taller. I would say 5'3" to 5'5". That's a small window.
5'3"?
5'5".
You're like 6 foot.
Yeah, flat. That's perfect. Like I appreciate 5'8". I appreciate a cool 5'8". Once we're 6 and matching and up and above, that's fine too. I mean, I'm not knocking any of that. And hey, if it comes my way, it comes my way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, ideal for me, the 7 foot shorty that's deezed is not. That's not my speed, bro. And more power to them. If you're 7 foot and you look nice, that's fair game. That's fair game, and I'm sure everyone would agree. Like, a tall woman, it's beautiful. But what I would imagine the ideal woman looking like?
Right, like you want her
Five,
to be able,
okay,
you want her
five
to be
three,
like
5'3" is a little short.
like,
5'5",
yeah,
yeah.
you want her to be like able to like sit on your lap when you're like just gaming or something.
I mean,
And
that's an option.
She's 7 foot. She's blocking the screen. What are you not doing shit after
This
that?
big ass back.
Nah, bro. Honestly though, like I want a tall. I want someone
5'5".
I want someone that's taller than me.
Yeah.
Like I think I don't
How
know.
tall are you though? 5'8".
10, 8.
My fault. Oh, my bad,
Damn.
G. My bad, OG.
Damn. Yo,
bad,
insert the
OG.
Michael Jordan crying meme, man.
Yo,
like,
my
what?
bad, OG.
Nah. I mean, if my spine is compressed, I'll probably like 5'9".
Probably-
Like my spine, you know,
is
in the morning,
compressed.
spine's decompressed. I'm like 5'10".
Okay,
with shoes.
so you want a tall shorty? Okay, so you want a tall shorty?
No, I do want a
In
tall.
what
I do
range?
want a taller shorty.
What
Like
range?
I want one that's short is like 6'2".
6'2".
Just because like every girl I've dated has been like either my height or
shorter.
than me.
Okay,
And that's cool. Like I think I'm just not tired of being dominant, but like to change it up. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
I can see that.
give me a mommy.
And again, I know I said 5'5", 5'3". Yeah. That's a stretch for me, but 5'5", not a stretch, but again, a 6 foot, good looking woman with the assets. Any man, yeah, with the assets, any man would agree. Any man would agree, right? So that's just a touchback. That's not what I'm saying when I say ideal for me. Is 5'5".
Like I want dudes to look at me like, how'd you bag her? Like how'd you?
That's what you want. That's not what you want. Nah, bro.
That's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
That's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
Like how'd you bag to her? I'm like, there's something you couldn't do.
Got it. Yeah. Dang. Oh, the villain. The villain.
No, back to the hair thing. I think low key, like I was thinking about it because the more we talked about it, I thought about it more. Like I think I'm like very like it's contrastal for me because either she's like curly hair or like very long black straight hair. Yeah. But anyways,
okay, very long black straight hair.
I think just because like I think that's the Vietnamese influence. Like growing up, you always like in Vietnam you always hear like long straight jet black hair.
Yeah, it's like
it shows
that's like pristine.
Women. Yeah.
Fair. No, I would say, I mean, again, the curly hair, they're like rare Pokemon, bro. It's just so hard to find.
And when they rock it right, so like when it's like kind of big.
Yeah, man. Like, come on.
Don't come to me looking like Rick James. Like, you know,
Rick James.
Like big curly hair. Yeah, big poofy curly hair.
Yeah. We'll see where they find it. We'll see where they're hiding at. Because it's nuts. What do you think? He's not here right now, so I want to have fun with this. What do you think an ideal shorty for Eric would look like? Shout out Eric one time for the one time.
Shout out to Eric. If you guys are new here, Eric is our one of our producer. He's supposed to be sitting next to Fawn, but man moved states. So
let's go grind.
Shout out to Eric Brownlee.
Shout out to Eric.
But Eric's type, man. I think he likes. I don't think if he was here, knowing how Eric, having an idea of how Eric thinks, I think he would say like he doesn't really have a type.
Of course, he would say that.
Yeah, like, and I think it would be like if she's bad type shit, you know. But looking at the girls he's like dated,
associated,
dated or talked to, or like the accounts he follows.
The accounts he follows is nuts. You about to have the whole entire comment section, scrolling through this man's follow list.
I think it's like either like a little bit curly, like darker skin tone, thick shorty, a little bit curly hair, darker skin tone, dark hair, or blonde, or like blonde, but like the typical like like blonde that's like well built. Pretty much your
my history,
your history, your type.
Your
known type. Yeah, your known type.
Known type is wild, bro. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah.
Every time I talk to you, I feel like it's like your type is like COVID, and always like changing. Every year it's like the flu.
That's also, I mean, every year's like that.
But at the core of it, we know what it is.
At the core, blonde hair, blue eyes is at the core.
Yeah. I don't even think the blue eyes thing is like it has to be a thing for you. I think as long as they're blonde and like well built,
learning new things about myself.
That's what I think. I mean, that's what I've seen. But is the blue eyes thing like a big Like a big
It's just usually that's what I've noticed is that if they had blonde hair, they had blue eyes.
That's true.
So nothing. I don't. Maybe it's not. I couldn't say. But okay. As far as for Eric's choice, yeah, I can see him with the blonde tapping into the blondie. I think for him, height wise is definitely. You said shorter, right? Yeah, I think height wise would definitely be short. Eric, for reference, is like 6'3", 6'2". I'm not gonna give him that extra.
I was about to say.
And not no 6'1" maybe.
My man's spine's always compressed.
Yeah, it's like 6'1". Boy's like 6'1".
6'1.5" with shoes.
His type would, yeah, I think he was definitely shorter. Again, I'm sure him as well. If a 6'2", nice looking, pulls up, it's free game. But I believe he's into something shorter.
Yeah. I feel like it's our friend group. The type is so diverse.
Actually, I was gonna say I know Julian's type. I'm not gonna shout out Julian. It's the med school roommate. I'm not gonna put his type on blast, but I'll let it cook. I'll let it cook a little.
Yeah, big bully Latinas.
Yeah, big bully Latina. Dímelo, mami.
Can't go wrong. They're toxic as fuck, but that's the trade-off, I guess.
That's for it's for people that can do that and handle that.
He was toxic though. He can handle that.
Yeah, definitely. Now changing gears.
Yeah.
Let's go into another thing I wanted to talk about today, which was what is something about you that other people believe is true that you wish were true?
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I guess I can go first. Yeah, I can try to tap into this. What's something about me that other people believe is true that I wish was true? First of all, I'd have to understand my perspective of everyone else and what they think of me. And I think something, again, I could be wrong. I think something that a lot of people see me for that could be true is that I feel like everyone thinks I'm soft on the inside. Which I wouldn't consider myself a romantic and all of that, but I think
not the most
expressive, especially, and I say soft in terms of not the most expressive. I'm not super argumentative.
Yeah.
I'm not very confrontational in a lot of situations. And yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people see in me, which do I wish it was true? I'm not going to say it's completely false, but I know myself, of course, and I know what I have in me. And I feel like sometimes...
Huh?
Yeah, no, that's wild. No, I know, I understand myself, and I think not that it's a facade that I'm trying to, avoid being argumentative or confrontational, but I just have a great tendency to avoid anything that puts me in stress. So that's my way of navigating life. That's just something that's one of my main stipends that I've tried to master to a T. And so because I've also met a lot of people in that state and present myself that way, I think that's something that a lot of people see about me. But I think someone that you could ask is my sister probably, but she knows I'm just, especially even growing up, every little thing ticked me off, the slightest thing. I was always not always angry, but I was just, as far as my personality, I didn't, maybe because I cared too little about things, I just didn't give a fuck about anything, right? And now I think it's just more controlled and people don't see it. So I wish it was true that I was just actually not only, trying to suppress what I would say, I would better define it as that. Not only am I trying to suppress these feelings of not, trying to be aggravated and all that kinds of stuff, but just truly owned it, because I think I feel like there's a little fire in the boy, and sometimes I just know how to dial it down and turn it off. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I feel like that's one thing that people definitely see me as, and I'm just one thing I also tell myself whenever those instances come up is, trust me, you wouldn't want me to not be this way. It's I know, and that's not just saying I'm this bad boy and I can turn shit down, but I feel I also wouldn't have as many friends if I wasn't this way, because I know who I could be. I know who I could be, and there's always the saying your friends should be people that love you for all your imperfections, but I also know who I could be, and I feel sometimes some of the things that I have in me, I'm bro, if I just were to do a lot of this stuff, I would be alone in this world probably. and I know what I want. I know how I want to move, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna just keep it at that. But that's one thing for sure.
That's important. Knowing what you want and knowing how to move. Like that shows, I think, awareness in not only yourself but like your environment, because those two things has to work in sync, in tandem, and in good harmony. So in order to have a healthy, like mindset and environment.
Right. That's true.
So that's nice. I think it's very adult.
Yeah, it's very adult. I guess.
I think if like something like that takes definitely like it's very purposeful in how you're moving about it. So it definitely has taken a lot of time and effort to get there.
Oh yeah.
So,
for sure.
Right. No, but that's
definitely.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We trying our best out here, but tell me, what is something that people, or at least again something that you perceive people think of you that you wish was true?
I think I can come off as like very confident, right? If you're and like super outgoing. If you like I always, and I feel like I am to some degree.
I was gonna say your boy's pretty outgoing, yeah.
Like I am, I do feel like I am one of those people that can just really talk to anyone, and I think I can get along with pretty much anybody if you don't say some outrageous shit to me the first 5 minutes we meet. But it's the confidence, and like I think people assume I just know what the fuck I'm doing. Like because
you got it all under control.
Yeah, people hang out around me a lot, like enough. I'm like I am like a problem solver. I always I always have a solution to everything, or I try to, and so I think people assume that I just know what I'm doing or want to like 100% all the time. And honestly, I'm winging it. Half the time, and that's why I think it's so important for me as a person to like always try to seek out information and knowledge, so that I can be like as helpful as I can. Just because like growing up, especially moving here, I haven't had like a ton of help with school stuff or life stuff. And really, it's like the opposite. Like in the family, I'm the only one that's at the time was like old enough or that knows English. So like, any bills that comes my way,
you gotta.
You're 10 years. I'm 11 years old reading bills like that I can barely understand, but I'm trying to communicate back to my parents. But yeah, I think that's what it'd be for me. Just like people assume I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And like, and that's hard to navigate for me sometimes, just because like people tend to look up like to look at me for answers.
Right.
And sometimes I just don't have it, and I think my pride definitely gets in the way, because like it's not hard for me to admit I don't have the answer, but it's hard for me just to like I can't help you. Yeah, I don't have what you need for me to help you. So I always try to be as resourceful as I can be. Just like trying to, if I can't help somebody, I'll reach out to someone that could, maybe get an answer from them, but wherever it may be.
Yeah, try to at least be a resource for other people as well.
Right.
No, I mean that's a solid one. I think. I mean, you do present as confident. That's not. I would tell you right now. Like I think you're hella confident. When you every friend that I have, or at least have made recently, that I introduced to you, like you're, as far as like the confidence and the outgoing and all that stuff, bro, you're there with all of them, and you guys click like that, and you mesh, and you just know how to navigate yourself in social spaces, which I think is, again, when you compare it to, at least when you're mentioning your old self, I think it's such a big up and a big, like I give you your flowers, because I feel like you've just grown in that way. Because I know you said, like, again, from not knowing English to just being well versed, or at least as well as you are right now, it sounds like you just made a major progression and shift in life. So I'm gonna give you your flowers on that, because dude, you're out here meeting new people, like I don't know how to explain it, but you're just like confident. You do carry yourself in a very like well manner. As far as the like being resourceful kind of stuff, I know what you mean, because the last thing you want to do is, like, especially if it's someone that you really care about and they're looking to you for something, you want to let them down and just be like, damn. Because then, at least for me, it's like, I don't want it to be a situation where next time, if it's something that I did know, like they know they can't come to me just because I let them down, and just like, which is a shitty way to take it. But at the end of the day, it's just, I don't ever want to just have someone lose that trust in me to be able to help them with something, you know.
And I think like it's also important for me to like at this stage now, like where to recognize that sometimes people come to me for it just for me to listen, and not actually like want to like solve their problem for them. That's something I'm trying to get better at, like just like being like a good listener, a good like safe space of somebody for someone, because as someone that like is always trying to solve a problem, it's hard for me to hear a problem and not solve it
and not be in there turning the gears.
I'm just gonna be as frustrated as you when you're telling me, because I think I'm very empathetic when it comes to that point, like that or those kind of things,
like sharing that emotion.
Oh, another thing, I guess, Riz. Feel like I don't.
Nah, you got it, bro. Come on.
Yo, that's something that people assume. I wish that was true.
So, but this is another thing, I guess, just to sort of follow up that question, is that if we do feel like people are assuming these things about us, then there has to be some truth to it, right? Like there has to be a little bit of truth to it, to a certain degree, to a level. There is some truth.
That's true, but is that truth? Is that truth something that we fabricated from doing something that we aren't even sure about, right? To like not manipulate, but create a persona.
A persona that we want to view ourselves in.
Yeah, because I feel like the people that are like that assume I'm like very confident that I can just. Even like someone like you that knows me well, like you I think like you say I navigate social settings really well, and I think I do just because like I do consciously always think about how I'm talking, what I'm saying to somebody, like always trying to find common grounds with someone to like or common interests, just so that like I can be just one step one level closer to them, so that the conversation is just not like what do you do for work, like how is like
stagnant.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't even have the answer to that. If it's just a persona we're creating based on these perceptions. Damn. That's solid.
But I guess we'll find out one day.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, I guess that means you got Riz. that has to be what it means. There has to be some truth to that.
I wish.
There has to be some truth. But no, I guess one day we will find out. One day we'll find out. We'll see. Yeah. Again, we're always progressing in that way. So as for we've touched on the social settings a bit, at least for me, and it's like that's always a work in progress. I'm still trying to get that nice balance of like trying to relate to people. Also for me, I know it's just hard because there's not many things or like common things in today's society that I can simply relate to, that I know enough about, which I think you're like strive for knowledge and always wanting to be resourceful and knowing more allows you to also be competent in social settings, because you know a lot more about a lot of things. Just generally speaking, I don't know shit. I know surface level things about boxing, surface level things about maybe cars and stuff. The things I do know in depth are like video games, anime, all that kinds of stuff, which aren't common things, at least in society, that you would talk to with, especially if it's like people of the other gender and stuff like that. So that's one thing that I do kind of want to kind of embody. Like I want to get to the point where it's like, cool, I know like a little bit, and like at least I'm well versed in music to where I can discuss some things with people on that level, and then well versed in maybe the fighting scene like UFC, because one thing, or sports or something, because sports is another major one. Like a lot of people mesh very well based off of sports, and I just because I'm a casual watcher, like I would know the general stuff about teams, the conference, whatever. But when you start going into like, yo, nah, but like Aaron Donald, this and numbers, I'm like, yo, my guy, I'm gonna set this one out. I'm gonna grab me a Crown and Coke and chill. But no, I do want to be. I think that's
good though. It's good that even if you just know a little bit about everything, like it opens up a lot of doors to like. And I think that's one of the reasons why too. Like I always try to like learn like more things, just because like it opens up doors for like me to learn more from someone that maybe that has way more like that will probably have more knowledge than me in that about that topic. But yeah, it's always fun, man. It's always fun like learning something from somebody rather than like reading on the internet, like because people always give like their little 2 cents in there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's nice.
That's
so
true.
Like, what is some, I guess, to dive a little bit deeper? What's something that your family assumes about you that you wish was true?
Oh dang, family. Dude, this is diving a lot deeper, but family assume I what I believe at least is that it might sound terrible, but that they assume I'm okay like all the time. You know, I think that's a very like specific thing to our family, just because of the way we like talk to each other and share and a lot of things. I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but like I've recently been trying to become more open, like with my parents, with Doe, with Lay. It's my brother and sister, older brother, younger sis. But yeah, one thing that I think they assume that I wish was true was that like I'm okay all the time. But I think it's well balanced because of the friends that I have. Like I know I can come to you for those things. I know I can come to, or I can go to Julian. I know I can go to Victory. Like I know I have people. So although I am okay, I just know that there is. It's funny. I just know it's an assumption by them, but it's not because of any initiative that they've taken to make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's one thing that I wish was true. And also one thing that I wish, or rather, one thing that I wish could change in a positive direction is that not only should they assume that I'm okay, but hopefully, like, you know, we can get to the space where I can be comfortable talking to them about certain things and opening up more and maybe them interacting with me and stuff. And we've had these discussions again. That's why I said like I'm getting closer with them, but just I feel like we're still trying to get there. So I would say that's one thing for now is definitely like, because, you know, because and the thing is that I've always, thanks again to my friends and everything, I've always at least been able to continue moving forward when I have hit a hard spot. And I feel like looking from the outside for them is just like, no, but he's got it. School is going. Oh, he's about to be done with school. Bet that means he had it. But it's like, yo,
oh, he passed all these tests.
Yeah, like I'm passing the test. Like, cool. You know, like they're seeing those parts, but it's like everything else in between is just like, yo,
it's the in between part.
Yeah, it's the in betweens where it's like, yo, it's like sure, like I'm getting there, thankfully.
Like they see the milestones, but not the traveling to get to the.
And everyone, you know, has their thing, and I feel like, and that's just a general thing, at least from my take for our family. It's like I know as well, I haven't been that involved, I would say, in maybe struggles and things that my parents have been going through. Like I'm seeing them do a lot of great things, a lot of amazing things, but like I don't know the struggles they're going through in certain parts. So that's why I'm trying to get close to them as well. Right. Same thing with my sister, same thing with my brother. That's why, at least with baby sis, I'm trying to check in on her more, just because luckily she's going down a path that I kind of went down already. So she's in med school, same med school that I'm in. Shout out, she's about to about to have 2 docs in the family, because I know she's smart as hell and flying through it, right? But I just know like it gets rough, so I just kind of want to at least be there for a little bit. So I always do try my best to sort of check in on her a little more, and like, yo, if we're not able to, because we study pretty often, like I know you guys usually see, but whenever me and her FaceTiming studying, but if we're not doing that, like I just try checking, like, yo, hope the studying's going good, like keep going, let me know what the next steps are, you know, I'll try my best to help in the way I can. So that's one thing for me. But yeah,
that's important.
What was you say? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I guess it's like, it's from my perspective at least, like it's always hard to open up to your parents about relationship stuff.
Yeah,
just because like you don't know if it's how certain it is. So like to present something to your parents and then have that thought with them, and potentially have them having like them like keep asking about it. That's something that like I wouldn't want for me neither.
Yeah,
I mean for me, not neither, but like communicating with my parents has always been like a tough thing to do, just because
yours mic is kind of far.
Yeah, sorry. Just communicating with my parents has always been a tough thing to do, just because like I wonder if you have immigrant parents, you know how it is. Like they're always working. There's so much stuff that they're trying to worry about. I mean, my parents aren't even fluent in English yet, so like the way they navigate life right now is still they're on robot mode pretty much.
They're like, just whatever
autonomy. Yeah, like it's pretty much like just wake up, go to work, come home, and if there's some chores around the house, do that, and it's just literally just passing time. And to add more stress to that, I can't. My stress at least, you know, like, even if I have like medical stuff going on, I don't tell them Like I just take care of it.
Yeah.
Move on. If it's serious, I mean, I even told myself, I was like, if it's something that's so serious it'll kill me, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Nah, that's wild, bro.
Or I thought about it so many times, and I just like I just can't like
have them go through.
Yeah, I'd rather just
let
them find out at the very end, and like that's it. That's cool. There's nothing they can do to change like the outcome anyway. Mm-hmm. Why worry?
Okay, I want you to you want to finish your point, or I want to interject with this question. Is how would you feel if your offspring did that? I don't know why you called your kid offspring. So how would you feel if your kid did that for you? If you knew, or sorry, didn't know that your kid was going through something that could have probably killed him, and you knew all the way at the end, even if there was nothing you could do about it, and they told you right at the end.
And see, and that's something that like I feel like it's if there's nothing I could do.
Yeah.
I think I would hope to understand the reasoning
behind it,
because they're trying to like look out for me. I'd be mad. I'd be mad as fuck.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been hurting for the 2-3 years, and
like you're happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would have just like my kid. I think it would like. So I'm gonna speak from my perspective. If I found something like terminal, I would rather just my parents just like watch my parents don't interact with me differently, just treat me like how I am, no special treatment, just be happy, doing their thing, living life, like moving forward, rather than like always worrying about if I'm okay.
Yeah,
that's not going to be the last few years. I don't want to see that. I don't like
the entire time they're just trying to cradle you, trying to make sure like taking away you're gonna feel as though you're taken away from their time because now they're obviously gonna view you as more important than whatever it is they're doing.
Right. I'm good with that. But yeah.
Okay, cool. I respect it. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, my offspring doesn't mean shit. The ass beat, first and foremost.
The ass beat. You shorten that shit by 2 weeks. You just take the lifespan down by 2 more weeks with that ass beat.
Yo, right.
Crazy. Fair enough. Yeah, if you guys have anything to add, I mean, as far as what you feel other people what it is about you that other people think is true and you wish was true. If you guys have anything interesting, which I'm sure in the masses, like you guys will probably have some crazy stuff. We'd like to hear. This is something I would like to see more about, like how people, what persona people think of themselves. Because this could also go very south and just, you have the narcissists that could also be a certain way. You have people that are schizoid. So it's like, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see some of the comments on this. Mm-hmm. I definitely want to see some of the comments on this. Leave a comment. Tell us what it is. Tell us how you feel you're viewed in the world, and whether or not. Let's just put it like whether or not you want it to be true, or you would rather disagree and just be like, nah. People see me like this, but I'd rather be like this. Yeah, that'd be something.
Yeah, and people are always gonna assume. So, yeah, I mean there are a lot of assumptions out there about about everybody. So, it's sometimes critique is good, sometimes critique is good, but can't listen to all of them.
Grain of salt.
Yeah,
grain of salt for sure. Grain of salt for sure. But while you got that grain of salt, go ahead and grain the like button. That didn't make no sense. But go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe. Salt bait. Put down the like button and just tap it real quick. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the boys are on. Audio listeners, check out the video. Video listeners, check out the audio. Do the boys some justice. Also, leave us a rating on the Spotify. And if you saw the 5-star. Yeah. 5 stars. I mean, of course. Wait, why did they even put the other stars there? You know what I mean? At least for our podcast, they should have just left it at 5. Hit the 5-star rating because that's what you should be doing. Hit the 5-star rating, leave the boys a comment on there. We also have questions and polls on the Spotify. Yeah. So if you guys are watching the videos maybe on YouTube or you're listening on Apple Podcasts, the Spotify has question and polls per episode, just little interactive stuff that I think are fun for us to also gauge and see what you guys think. Yeah. If you don't want to bother like leaving a full comment about how the world perceives you, you can just go answer one of the polls. It's a fun time. Go over there, check it out. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're also following the social media, the Instagram, the IG. The boy Lack here has been tossing up a whole bunch of content that you guys don't want to miss. You can stay up to date. That's going to be the most updated version. And yeah, just make sure you guys keep up with everything. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's literally a few buttons you gotta click. But yeah, that being said, me and the boy, we're gonna dip out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll catch y'all next time. So take it easy. Peace.